Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's edition of Press R. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. This quotation is from Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi of India, well known, one of the rare international world leaders that we have known, said this: in the position of giving back, of showing gratitude, and at this time, back to school, 2025, 2026 is here. And we want to know today whether you and I are giving back to our societies. Because at one point or another, at one level or another, we are an elite, a member of the elite somehow. We want to see how the elite are giving back to those who are in need as we go back to school. And to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen, we have invited some elite to come and talk to us. We have the honor to tell you that we have invited the Honorable Minister, Madam Rose Mba Acha Fomindame. She will be with us in the course of the program, and she will be talking to us live from her office. She went to the office just to answer her call on this program. We also have with us Promise Akante. Promise Akante is a corporate communicator. She is a household name here on Press R. And you know, when we invite her, we invite someone who will be incisive in her analysis. You're welcome to Press R.
Thank you very much, Killian, and to my co-panelists, happy first Sunday of the month of September. I just want to say, when coming to Mbalatu this morning from church, my church in Etugebe, St. Philip the Apostles Parish, Etugebe, we had like 45 minutes to drive round Siteve. It's blocked this way, going towards Opitative is blocked, going towards other way. Like 5 roads are under construction at the same time, which means the main road is blocked, the division is blocked, the other division of the other division is locked, like all the divisions are blocked, and citizens are struggling in their own country, like they are begging to belong to this place. We honestly hope that schools are resuming officially on Monday, the 8th of September, and these roads are still blocked. Meantime, when they are not blocked, there is huge traffic in the morning. So I'm trying to wonder how our children and ourselves, of course, will be moving around as from tomorrow, Monday.
Since
Good afternoon to you,
that
Killian.
topic,
Hope you are doing well.
Since I'm doing well, thank you so much.
Okay.
But you're here, you good that you, after all the hurdles you had, you came
very
here.
early.
But now the question I should ask you, we've not started the program, you brought that up, is
I was greeting
every day greeting me by telling me that the roads are bad. Now, every day our cry in this country is that our roads should be fixed. Now, that's what's being done. And then
they had a whole holidays to do that.
It is an advantage for us. True, it is bringing some mobility difficulties. But we should be clapping that the roads are being made at the same time.
How are they doing? Killian, you and I know basic notion says if you are building the road to road A deviation to that road should be available for citizens to use, an alternative route. I don't know if it is that we have refused to reason, or that we don't know that you can't block the main way and its deviation and its other deviation. You cannot possibly punish citizens like that.
Where was your locality before you started coming here?
Oh, I should begin by saying the swimming pool in Vogbeti, at the Vogbeti market.
Please, don't be vicious, please.
Where
were you?
My kickoff point was Lycée Tugebe.
Lycée Tugebe. I passed through Lycée Tugebe.
Wait,
just wait.
You passed through
Melen. I passed through Melen. Taxis use that. I passed through downtown Yaoundé, and I came here with no problem.
So should I have told the taxi don't pass through Vogbeti because
this is what we are
Yaoundé?
saying. The taxi driver didn't do the right thing because that road is under construction. The taxi driver should know that we do that. Now, let me introduce. Let me introduce the rest. Let me introduce the rest of the panel.
We are doing well.
Thank you so much.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Killian. I'm doing well.
I like the tempo of the program already.
At the beginning, right? Okay, we are going. I'm not going to introduce Bertrand at this moment because he could pick up from where Promise has ended. I'm going to introduce one of the panelists who is an elite from the Northwest, Mora Danilo. You're welcome to Press R.
Thank you.
This should be your first time on this panel.
Yeah, my first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are happy to see you. We know the primary question we're going to ask you is, how are you giving back to your community? But the time will come. Please just get ready to answer those questions.
Okay.
Bertrand is the managing editor of the Guardian Post newspaper. The Guardian Post newspaper is the one daily English language newspaper in
One
Cameroon.
of the dailies.
It's the daily, what I say, 7 on 7. If I make a mistake, you correct me. You're welcome to present.
Thank you very much. We are not only daily in Cameroon, in the entire Semak sub-region, we are the only newspaper that publishes every day, from Sunday to Saturday. Special good morning to the publisher editor-in-chief, Mr. Nga Christian, who is good already. He celebrated his 50th birthday last weekend. Special good morning to all Cameroonians watching us out there, and to the people and students in the house who are preparing, doing the last minutes, preparation to resume classes tomorrow. Just to say that I hope you permit us to perfectly analyze this issue and not try to hold briefs for the system when need be, because I already saw you trying to hush down promise when you're talking about bad roads. The situation in the capital city is not good for our image as a country. We must say it. The image of the capital city reflects what the country represents. When visitors enter this country, the impression that they have is that we are a developed village and not really a city. And let me tell you that what is being done at the moment in the name of rehabilitating, reconstructing, maintaining roads in the capital city, it's more of blindfolding citizens when campaigns will end on midnight on the 11th of October 2025. These roads might not be finished. These are road projects that are done for political reasons, and it might not be completed.
Now, let me tell you that it is not, you said you were telling me. I will also tell you that you will see these roads completed after
the problem
election.
is the timing.
No, you said I should let you, Bertrand,
Okay.
you said I should let you speak, although you are saying things that are unfounded, because the period has not come. So you cannot be a prophet of doom in your own country.
We've seen it happen.
And now, listen first, let me speak.
Expressway has taken us 14 years. We are not done. The east entrance to Douala is there. We are not done. The west entrance is there. We are not done. Maintenance work in all our center capital, the economic capital, the capital city is ongoing. People cannot move. Children who came on holidays cannot go back. People cannot circulate in town. Even parents in town cannot easily move to buy books and basic didactics. We are just saying that what we are saying is that the contractor should speed up the work. How do you explain the fact that Obili stretch from Carrefour Obili to Carrefour Biamasi has been blocked for more than 3 months? How do you block a road of this nature in town like this? That's not our focus, but we are just trying to encourage contractors to speed up the work, and they should do it in good form. They should respect the contract details. We had a situation where I'm from a land where our office is. The road that descends from...
Are you trying to derail us from our topic? No, you cannot be guilting people with the road.
But
that's not our topic. No, you cannot continue to talk.
No.
If you have come to spoil the program, I invited you here for something else. I invited you here for something else. If you had another agenda, please.
I'm waiting for the topic. I have.
Now let me finish on that topic. My prayer, if it is political, and it is because of the elections, then my prayer is that we should have elections in this country every year. Not instead that when the roads are being rehabilitated and built and we are condemning bad roads every day, we turn ourselves without being ashamed to condemn the roads that are being rehabilitated. That is what some of us cannot accept. Now we have introduced the panel. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And well, Bertrand, I hope that you are not going to continue to
No, we are waiting for the topic.
We are not derailing
the topic
program.
We have, the program is structured.
Yes.
At this moment, we are going to take Emanuela Vemnu, who has been reading the newspapers on Press Hour for us for the past, I don't know, so many years, about as long as Press Hour has existed. And after press review, I will give you something about her which is special.
Okay.
Emanuela, what did the newspapers say this week?
Newspapers were at it again, churning out news stories to keep their readers on the know of the week ending in Cameroon. Northwest CPDM begins nationwide fundraising in the Guardian Post and collects 250 million CFA francs in one day to finance Biya's presidential campaign in the Median. At the same time, Nalova Lyonga galvanizes CPDM FACO to raise over 38 million francs for Biya's re-election bid in the Sun. Newswatch reports that President Biya makes reappearance 44 days to poll in audience granted to departing French ambassador to Cameroon. The Bakosi indigents then use their Festival of Arts and Culture to pledge support for Biya in 2025 presidential election in Cameroon Acres. The advocate takes interest in PAP that mobilizes Southwest youth to support and massively vote for Akere Mona, just when Akere Mona himself is said to have unveiled a roadmap to Cameroon's transformation in the horizon. One of such being his One Council 1 billion project reported in the Voice newspaper. Akere Mona that tells the Post Camto can rally opposition candidates into coalition that will flush out Biya regime. Before Chiroma says in the horizon that underground moves still underway for consensus opposition candidate in the October 12 presidential election. UNDP meeting in Limbe then splits administration in the Guardian Post as the divisional officer for Limbe 1, Innocent Money, authorizes then orders pleas to disrupt meeting, but the SDO for FACO, Viam Mekala, overturns decision. Happening when UN raises alarm over Cameroon's election credibility in the Voice newspaper, citing growing restrictions and rising intimidation ahead of the polls as reasons. The Guardian Post then writes, CPDM regime blindfolding citizens with emergency road repairs. Just when Elecam engages media to ensure credible polls in municipal updates, Cameroon Tribune is clear that a responsible media during this period is imperative. And the National Communication Council calls for ethical media reporting ahead of the presidential election in NewsHub. The National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism, on its part, mobilizes civil society organizations to fight against hate speech and xenophobia during this period in The Voice. Then Biya slates regional elections for November 30 in municipal updates, and the Douala-based tech entrepreneur of international repute, Rebecca Enoncho, calls out Biya that regional elections shouldn't be happening before municipals. Cameroon Tribune then emphasizes that the rendezvous to elect regional councillors has been built for November 30, 2025, before reporting that 80% of electoral material for the October 12 presidential election is already produced by the election management body. Breaking news, Bileng questions, will an Anglophone vice president usher appeasement to Cameroon's political quagmire? The Guardian Post writes, Young positioned for post of vice president after October 12 poll. Away from politics, Cameroon Insider reports on the across-the-board mobilization for smooth start of the 2025-2026 school year. Financial struggles then mount for parents as school resumption approaches in the Post newspaper. Defense and security chiefs then assure adequate security ahead of the school resumption in the Guardian Post. Cameroon Tribune reports on guaranteed security during the back-to-school period after a security meeting of top officials in Yaoundé. The Post carries the plea of Northwest educational stakeholders to amber fighters, allow children to attend school. The Lions are then reported in DC clash against Eswatini for World Cup qualifiers in Cameroon Insider. The nation is set to cheer the Lions to victory in municipal updates. And indeed, the Lions do the country proud with their 3-0 win over Eswatini. Until I come your way again, this is your hour with the press.
Thank you so much, Emanuela. I was saying that today's thank you is special because from next week till I think sometime you will not be the one doing press review. Emanuela has something else that she's going to do, upgrade her level, and that's what we wish for. We want to congratulate her. She has her own style of doing press review for Press R, very rigorous, very present, assiduous, like no other person has done that. And I think you don't have something different from what I'm saying about the way she does the press review.
I typically love her style. She's good. Her style of press review and also her looks, naturally beautiful looks. Yes. I love both.
As a lady.
As a Prince person, I think, let me just comment she does a great job. You know, it's not just about reviewing papers, but the way she links stories. From the different papers.
It's unique.
It kills it. I think it's unique. She does a great job, and it takes a lot of research because there are even people who do press review in other television channels, and they will not even have up to the number of newspapers that she reviews. I think a great job. She has even won an award for doing such. So
yes, exactly. So
she inspires other people too.
So she will be away from doing press review for some time, and we hope that when she comes back, she will come back with more force and satisfy you even more.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And our topic today, ladies and gentlemen, is back to school. Are the elite alleviating the burden for children, for parents, and for the schools? The first thing we want to ask you to comment in 2 minutes, all of you, is what is the effervescence that characterizes back to school this year? Beginning with you, because I know the three of you, all of you must be parents.
Of course, there is so much going on. Parents, busy getting the school needs of pupils and students, and then those who have been on holidays trying to see how they can put themselves in the mind frame to resume classes. But all of this is happening within a context where there is generalized hardship. Many parents are struggling to see how they could get the basics for their kids. And then the situation is even worsened for those who living in conflicted areas of Northwest, Southwest, Far North.
Or displaced.
Those who have been displaced from their homes to live in other environments. So I think this is where the leads now come in. But within this particular context, too, the effervescence, I don't think it's even an effervescence because at a time when many people are just waiting for, maybe 7:30 or 7 a.m. tomorrow to resume classes, the mindset of others, especially those in the Northwest and Southwest, is different. I don't think, especially those who are still living in red zones. For conflict experts will say red zones, places that are still very hot as far as the conflict is concerned. It's difficult because we're not here to discourage back to school, but we know what has been happening over the years. We're just praying that the situation becomes more comfortable and more favorable for people and students to resume classes.
Exactly, and that is why we have brought this topic.
That's just a general call that we can make.
Thank you so much, and that's why we brought up this topic at this particular moment to make sure that the call you are making resounds across the board, so that our children should go back to school, so that the elite and even those who do not consider themselves elite should give their own quota of contributions to make sure that the situation is better. So what's your reading of the situation as we get ready to send children back to school?
At one point, you could almost question if the back to school is going to be effective, because when you go, like yesterday, Saturday, I was in the market just to make sure that I feel the temperature. I wasn't going to buy it. I have not had my budget yet, but I was going to have the temperature of the markets to see like who is buying what. And the euphoria we have imagined like in the past 5 years. Like,
so you went to do eye shopping?
Yes, and they know the prices of things, so I can now start having money maybe in the next 2 3 weeks to start buying. Sorry, but the way parents like maybe 5 years ago or 3 or 7 years ago, the quantity of shopping parents will have done has really dropped. Basically, almost everybody says there's no money. We are just trying to get a few text or exercise books for students to at least go to class, and then they're going to figure out textbooks in the course of the year. And with the fact that the books keep changing and changing, parents have a hard time getting the textbooks for their children. The uniforms as well is also it's a difficult thing.
The books do not change again yearly. Yes,
well,
it's not an argument.
It's not an argument, but you should also accept our reality. In some schools, we will still have their own textbooks when schools
exactly. You should denounce that.
That's what we are doing here. We are denouncing, and it's making life difficult for parents because now, there's this parent who says that the child went for holidays in Boya, and they got the book list that the ministry had given and bought those books in Boya. Now the child has come back to Yaoundé to school and went to school. It's a government school, to be more precise, and the books on the list are different from what they got in Boya. What the school is asking for as textbooks is different from what they bought. So that is this parent who is still going to spend another extra money to go and either change these books or buy different books altogether, which adds to their suffering because they are already trying to squeeze out life from a rock, which is difficult. And then
it's very important what you are saying.
Yes,
and what I know is that the authorities concerned, the minister in charge of basic education is listening. I know him
secondary education too.
He watches. The minister of secondary education, I'm very sure she is watching. And she's one of the best reformers that we have now in the country. And when the minister also of higher education, the academic reopening will be later, is also watching, and they should make sure that the children and parents are not held hostage by different book lists when they have the official book list. Now I'm going to ask...
I didn't learn with the fact that even in government schools, because it is difficult to impose on private schools how much should be their school fees. Now in government schools, which is supposed to be affordable to the ordinary Cameroonian who doesn't have a lot of money.
Government has a project.
The PTA levy is something. Every year it increases in government secondary and high schools. It goes up. It goes up. Maybe if I talk about, let's say, to give where my children's school, it could be like I'm trying to betray the principal, but every other government school increases the PTA levy. Even the primary,
that school we are just talking about, I think that their PTA fee should be increased because they had call it a mishap. Where the wind came and blew off the roof.
Before the mishap,
we are told that levying the PTA takes into consideration the needs.
But there are schools that do not have
like that one
should
have the PTA.
And one thing that we should also denounce clearly is securing a spot in these secondary or high schools, government secondary or high schools, is not something easy. Parents actually buy the way for students, even people who pass list A in the government common entrance exams. It is not easy for them to secure space, and that is why CONAC reports annually keep indicting the education sector.
Do you know about the unique identifier?
Rise in corruption.
Do you know about the unique identifier?
We know about this, but how do
you also know about the numbers they go and pick now? Matricles they go and pick. If you are a parent, you go to a school. They give you a number. You pick that number, and once the maximum is hit, say if it's 60, if a parent picks the 60th number, it closes automatically. We mean that buying and selling also has been reduced. Do you know that's what's happening? If you don't know, let's go.
We know about the issue of matricule, but still, Killian, let us
talk to another person, please, before you come.
All right.
You are a parent, Danilo Muya.
Yes.
Have you prepared for your children to go back to school? Your own children first?
Yes, sure. I've prepared.
Yes.
Some have even gone back. Like my daughter, who is in the secondary school, she's already on her way. She should be in school by now.
A boarding school?
Yes. And the others are prepared and they'll start tomorrow.
Yes, you bought all what they need to go back to school.
Well, I've started. I think as the year goes on, we get some other needs.
That's interesting. And you're coming here, you're going to talk to us about, although you have not finished paying the needs of your children, you are giving to others. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to ask you to tell us what you are doing.
Thank you.
Now, Bertrand, we are going to take some reports from our colleagues from the Southwest region to see how people are giving, elite are giving, philanthropists are giving to alleviate the burden for children, their parents, and for schools. We're going to take this joint report from CRTV, Southwest in Boya.
A generous donation bringing smiles to the Bamisol community, as it will enable beneficiaries have necessary resources to prepare for the new school year. The process of the scholarship award was meticulously done to ensure fairness and equity.
He has divided it among the 4 tribes in the subdivision, because the Bamisol subdivision is made up of 4 tribes. We have the Bakoles, we have the Balundus, the majority, they mostly come from the mainland. We have the Barombis, then we have the Ikumbis. The distribution has been done in such a way that each tribe produces 10 students to benefit the sum of 50,000 francs per student. It has been done like this. This is the 5th year. Since his ascension to power as the Member of Parliament for Bamisol sub-constituency, Honorable Ngale Daniel has been a promoter of education and has been funding so many educational projects, especially when it concerns the Back to School campaign. All what the subdivision has benefited as far as education is concerned from Honorable Ngale is enormous and uncountable. The subdivision is very, very happy. We are so grateful to have such a person, such a representative to the subdivision as a Member of Parliament. And he has spelled it clearly that a family that benefits this year, next year award must not go to that family. So the award has been distributed according to families per years. Now, they also consider stranger elements, those who are not natives of the subdivision. They too have been given chances.
The beneficiaries expressed gratitude for the largesse from the Member of Parliament as they pledged to resume classes come September 8th.
I'm very happy that my name was written, and I'm glad that I received the money for my school fees.
Extremely happy about the scholarship, and the money is going to help me to sort out my school fee, some of my bills, and also my family.
The gesture, which alleviates financial burden on parents, was warmly received by the community.
First of all, I thank the MP for this gesture, because this money will take a long way to pay his fees and even to buy his necessary things for school. So the MP has done so much to help us, most especially me. I have children who I'm sending them to school. There are 6 of them.
All what we have to say is that we are grateful. We are thankful to Honorable Ngale. It is a very powerful initiative, and this has gone a very long way to help parents. It has gone a very long way to assist students themselves, the beneficiaries.
The initiative, dubbed 5-Star Edition, is part of Honorable Ngale Daniel Tongo's efforts in promoting education in the division.
You should say what you do and do what you say. At the beginning of our mandate, I told the population that the first project for this community will be scholarship to students, and that the other things that we'll be doing will just be complementing the scholarship award. And today we are in the 5th edition that we call the 5-Star Edition. What we are telling the children and their parents is to use the money judiciously, because as the DO said, we have many things to do with money, but I have decided to handle it because I don't want the children to emulate bad example. This is to say that no matter what challenges come to you as a politician, Always see that you meet your promises.
The scholarship, valued at over 2 million francs to 40 beneficiaries, provides a timely and much-needed boost ahead of the 2025-2026 academic year, bringing a renewed sense of relief and optimism to families in the Bamso community.
With school bags and didactic material in hand, 800 underprivileged children in Boya are now poised to begin a new school year. For their families long weighed down by hardship, this is hope restored and dignity regained.
I have received my books, my pen, my ruler and my eraser with my sharpener.
It has helped to reduce the financial burden on us as a parent, so we are very grateful.
For the third consecutive year, Cameroonian couple Jacob and Patience Wa, based in the United States, have reaffirmed their unwavering commitment to the education of young Cameroonians.
The only way I can be able to appreciate what I've got is to come and give back to my community. I'm pleased that those who did last year went to school. Over 95% of them were successful in school. So I just want them to take advantage of this.
The back-to-school campaign this year equally celebrated excellence, during which local authorities hailed the Wa couple's gesture as a model of Republican solidarity and urged collective effort for a smooth and successful school resumption.
Yes, that's just what we're talking about today on Press. How the elite are alleviating and making the burden of school children, their parents, and even their schools themselves lighter. We have seen that from Honorable Ngale, from Bamuso. We've also seen that from a couple from the United States, Mr. Wa, Jacob, and wife. Now, Bertrand, that is just what we want to encourage, that we have to give back to our community, especially at this time. You were saying children, parents also are in a very difficult situation.
Of course, I think we should not just give, but we should really identify those who are in need, because if you take what you want to offer and you're offering to a family that can at least acquire the basics for their kids, the message might not really go through. I think it's a lofty initiative, but I'm praying that those who donate should really do need assessment in the communities that they want to donate to, and things like this. So, but I think that while we are praising those who have watched, I also want to acknowledge what the founder and president of the board of trustees of ICT University, Prof. Mbarika, who is also based in the US, has done. I think over the weekend he donated to children of newspaper publishers in the country, and as well the national president of Kamasech, Jude Viban, who also singled out children left behind by deceased journalists, and give financial assistance to 22 of these orphans. I think these are lofty initiatives. These children will be going back to school, putting a smile on their faces to know that their parents are not there, but the association still cares for them. I think ICT University founder too is doing a lofty thing. I think other people should
to tell you the truth, my children benefited from the largesse of the president of the board of trustees of the ICT University. Yes, we should not be talking about someone who is your boss.
Of course.
Without giving you 1 minute to talk about.
Of course, it's always a beautiful thing to receive, even though we learn that better the hand that gives and the hand that receives. But if you have to give, there has to be someone to receive, because if everybody is giving, who is going to receive? I'm not saying that should become lazy, but it's a beautiful thing to know that children will be using exercise books or textbooks or school bags given by you. And these children, small symbolic gestures last on the minds of children. It plays on them. Like today, my church as well, we were also giving books and advices to children who are going back to school. And we recorded a lot of success in the last academic year. Like in my church, I think we had 100% in both the GC O and A levels, because these students or the pupils, we tell them that we are giving you this, not that you should go and sleep and think that because we have prayed over it, you are going to just pass. We are giving you so that as you're studying, you're praying, you are anchoring to God and say, Father, this is a book that the church gave me, and so we should I should succeed and make the givers proud. I just imagine that a pupil who is going to school knows that this book was going to be by the founder and president of trustees of IC University. I must make him proud because he's successful. I want to be like him. That's a stimulus. It works on the psychology of these children. So it is beautiful to see our people giving back to the communities. Now the point, as Bertrand was raising, do we see the need? What is the percentage need of each benefactor, or of each person receiving the beneficiary? Because if in a community, in an environment, Yaoundé, we have many IDPs who are from really interiors who are struggling to even have a 20 size book to go to school. If you leave these people and go and give to those who can already afford ledgers and textbooks, it could just be misplaced priorities. So hopefully those who did the groundwork, because these people are based in the US, those who did the groundworks did the actual groundworks and will not go and be contributing exercise books or 40 leaves to people who are going to universities already who need something else than exercise books. We just say that hopefully the groundwork was done, and the right people received the right donations.
Thank you so much.
But again, we thank them.
Yes,
thank them for doing that.
Thank them. That's what all the members of the elite should be doing. That's why we brought this program, to encourage them, to kind of even provoke them, if possible, that if you are not doing that, then somewhere you are failing in your responsibility.
Kilian, could we just add that it must not be millions to donate? You can give, no matter how small it is, it is symbolic. It is the heart that matters, not the amount that you are giving.
Yes, Danilo is an elite. Tell us, we are told that you are already giving back. You told us earlier on this program that you haven't finished with the needs of your own biological children, but you are giving back. Tell us what you have done. We are told you went up back to your community and you were giving.
Thank you, Kilian. Yeah, I was in the village, back in my village from Ngemoa in Batibo subdivision. So due to the crisis, we have not had school for some time, and I decided to go back home and encourage the young generation to go back to school, even though most of the government schools are closed for now, but we encourage them to use the community schools. So I went back home with some books, pens, pencils, and rulers to encourage them to go back to school. So, because I think education is the key.
Yes, how did they receive you?
Yeah, they were so impressed and willing to go to school. They came out with their parents to receive the goods, the books, pens, and rulers. We traveled from Douala with back to the village. And after that, the parents had to pray and accepted with the phone that all the children must go back to school.
Is it the first time you're doing this? Have you done this before, or you are starting something that you'll be doing from now?
I've been there several times. First, we started with a movement for peace, trying to see that the environment is comfortable for them to live. And because when you see most of them are living in Yaoundé, Douala under very difficult conditions. So I think if it is not moving, it is better to encourage them to go back home. So I started in June. We had a football match, and I promised them to come back to assist them for school, which I did last week.
Are you doing that alone, or you are part of a group of elite doing that? And what are you telling other people who your age mates, you are relatively young, and you are doing what we only see elderly people do?
Well, I think I learned from my parents, from my father, that we need to share. So,
who's a Royal Majesty?
A Royal Majesty, former Senator Fonteshe. So he taught us to always share. So when I see what is happening in our society, I want to give in what I can give from my own small angle. Because, for example, Madame Rose Sacha, the minister, she has been doing her best, putting in her efforts to see that there is peace to see that the children go back to school, to see that the environment is calm. And so from my own small angle, that is what I could do.
And my regards to His Royal Highness von Teche, whom I know so well, who has been a senator here in Yaoundé. We were working with all the senators, and he is a special person. You just talked about the minister, Rosma Acha Fomindam, who is the leader of that place politically. She is an elite. We are promised that we're going to get to her, and we are told that she is already on the line. And we just want to acknowledge your presence, that you accepted to talk to us, Madam Minister. The first thing we want to know from you is that an elite of Momo, you went back for several activities. Tell us, what are the activities that took you back to Momo?
Oh, thank you. I'm not only an elite of Momo Division, but I am the president of this permanent delegation of the Central CPDM Central Committee for Momo Division. So, in this capacity, in all the capacities I have, I had to go down because it's difficult for to bring many more people up to Yaoundé. So I decided to go now and meet them. The first activity I had was I organized a stock-taking meeting in Bamenda. This stock-taking meeting was for all CPD elected officials of Momo Division. I'm talking of mayors, I'm talking of councillors, I'm talking of parliamentarians, I'm talking even of section presidents, I'm talking of regional councillors, in fact, and the elites who wanted to take stock of what the party has been doing in Momo and the way forward, to chart the way forward. And so each section president came up to give us an idea of what they have been doing, especially as the polls, people were just, electors were convened to the pool, mean that the registration had ended. So we needed to know what they have done for the registration, and the results were very positive. And now, chart the way forward is ask them, make sure they all collect their cards, because registering without collecting the cards will not help. So we gave them that assignment, and they are ready on the field to do it. And then there is peace in all the sections. We have 5 sections, 5 subdivisions in Momo Division, and each subdivision has a section, CPDM section. So we have 5 section presidents, 5 mayors as well. So they were all there, and they all gave us a report of what they have been doing and what we were able to tell them what they should do. And the high point of this activity was when many militants from other parties defected to join the CPDM overtly, and we gave them fabrics, CPDM fabrics. If it was a man, we gave them men. If the women, we gave them women fabric, and asked our section president to register them. There was a district chairperson of SDF who actually resigned and to join the CPDM, said that the CPDM was a party of development, of peace, and a uniting force. You know, in French they say rassemblement. So it brings people together. And so that day we had a very good catch from other political parties, and the meeting ended on a very good note, with the militants promising to give the CPDM candidates. Come the 12th of October 2025, 100% vote, massive 100% vote, and we are trusting them for that. And we, even then, at that level, we still ask militants to encourage parents to send children back to school, because school is going to start in a few days' time, and to still encourage the boys, keep talking to the boys who are in the bushes, talk wherever you are, they will get to them, and they should drop their arms. Even though the head of state has been saying it for a long time, it doesn't matter, his arms are still open, waiting for them to come. That was the first activity.
Thank you so much. The first activity, what attracted me so much, everything you said was very important, but you went and you had a very big catch. Should be very happy that your trip back home was successful. Now tell us, what was the second activity about?
The second activity was the following day. Went to Nyenji village. Nyenji village is a village in Batibo subdivision of Momo division. I was born and bred there. I was there for more than 28 years, born and bred there. It is after that my parents relocated from there. So they regard me there as their child. I also regard them as my brothers and my sisters and my parents. So when I joined the government, they decided as a whole to join CPDM because of me and the CPDM party. And so when it got to my knowledge that they needed a market and that they have been supporting other parties for more than 20 years, they could not build them the market. They kept promising. I decided now to see what I could do. I lobbied with the Minister of Trade, and the Minister of Trade decided then help constructing a market for them within 1 year. So within 2 years of my being in government, we were able to construct that market. But the market could not go operational because of the state of insecurity that reigned in the area. And now that things are returning to normal, decided that we should go and open the market for them so they can use the market. They build the market, market, modern toilets, modern shelves, modern stores.
No, not foolish, because support sideways, you don't bring nothing. Support Nassau, they bring development, not so. And so the market, where the opener, it will continue forever and ever. Amen. Amen. The market going to sell every month, every day. And so, other people for other villages are going to come, not be so. I do it in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
So they decided to go now to open the market. With the Minister of Trade could not come, so he sent his representative. We opened the market, and they will be using the market. I'm sure they're using the market already. Even that they gave an example of going to the market ourselves to purchase so many things. And then and with the school that I went to there, I decided to give didactic materials to the school. Then I also recognize academic excellence in the school, first school living and common entrance. We were able to give them prizes for the first three who did well in the first school. And the population came out massively. The DO of Batibo subdivision even confessed to me that he has not seen this type of population ever since. And we keep encouraging them, please encourage peace, speak unity, and speak development so that many more things can come to us. We told them that for 20 years they were unable to build a market for you, but the CPD and government came and built a market. So you cannot be giving your thanks to somewhere else. You must thank the CPD and government, and that thank you can only be expressed. Should be expressed during this election period. First of all, starting on the 12th of October 2025 for our presidential candidate.
Well, Danilo, you've seen, you cited her. Probably you didn't know that this is what she went up and did for her community. So you are going to follow in her footsteps, I think so.
Yes, I knew she was in Nyenji for opening of the market. So I was supposed to be there, but due to my busy schedule, I couldn't have traveled to meet them there. But all what we did was just in the same line what she has been doing, and we know what she has been doing for the people, and we know her prayers, and I think we have to walk in line to follow her footsteps, to assist her in what she's doing for the people.
This is a call on other members of the lead of every community, Bertrand, to come to the aid of schools, of children, and of parents. What she's doing, I think others should. In your community, are your members of your elite in Bali doing the same?
Baligam, to be specific. Baligam. Have to be very precise.
Okay.
All right. Just to indicate, yes, I think His Royal Majesty Ganyam II has been doing it since he ascended the throne. He organized a sports tournament this holiday period during which he preached peace and the need for people to resume school. Like, just for emphasis, Baligam is a peaceful place, schools operate normally. And then we have elites in the village who have been donating, women have been giving back. But my general comment, I would not like to want to comment much on what the minister did, but this is a general comment. We appreciate Minister Mbacha. She's been a mother. She goes down to her community all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, we should underline
Despite
that.
the odds, I think she has survived attacks many times. We see her admiration and love for the community on the field. But what I want to plead with our elites, especially during this period, and based on the context in which we are living, is that let us not always politicize every little initiative that we undertaking. Just your presence as a member of government and the political leader of Momo Division sends across the message. You don't need to, use a back to school initiative
if you don't tell your story,
you can do it.
If you don't tell your story, nobody will tell your story.
If you put books on the table, bags and the rest, and then we'll see CPDM fabric on it and things like this, it sends across a different message. Most of the children feel very uncomfortable coming out to receive some of these gifts because you don't know when they are going back, they can be attacked. We were just pleading that elites should give without politicizing most often.
The call here is this.
They should give.
We had a program.
We're encouraging giving, but
let us try as much as possible. One of our programs here was Royal Majesty of Fortabe Village, who advised us, and so many people are of the opinion that if it comes from the CPDM, you take. If
from
it
the
comes,
opposition, you take.
please. If it comes from the SDF or other opposition parties, we have so many, you take.
The problem is not
there should be no fear
you can
as
go
to
back
whether
and give us an elite without putting it under the banner
she has
of
not talked to us
political
about
parties.
her third activity. Please, can you trust me and tell me that you will comment for 1 minute? I will come back to you after
My
her
comment
third
has
activity.
nothing to do with what she's saying.
Yes.
Mine is you must not go to the media and the public eye each time you're done. I'm from Awing. I hear from Awing, and Awing people are giving a lot to their community without making a lot of noise. I'm only aware because we are in the development forum together, and I see that for this back to school, for example, I'm going to give you a very few number of people who are doing things for schools to be effective in the village. And Eli has given 4 desktops. One gave 20 complete computers plus 1 million francs. Another person has given 5 desktops. Another person has given 1 million francs, 50 desktops.
You are not speaking for them. You are speaking for them.
I've not called any name.
No, they have given.
That's the difference.
Yes,
I'm
they've
saying
given.
that at your level, okay, in all of these millions, somebody has given 20 cleaning buckets.
Okay.
You might think it is small. I was just saying a few moments
Not smaller.
ago.
Let us listen to our
Yes.
third activity, please.
We should give.
Yes, we should
Silently.
give our third activity,
Silently.
and yes, I will come back to you. Yes, is Madam Minister still on? Yes, she is still there. So, what was your third activity about?
Il faut la résilience, il faut se battre. La solidarité aussi.
The third event was in Bengui, and that was the event that culminated on. It was for the past 2 months we had been organized a a sports tournament, because it was not only football, there was handball, there was cross-country race, there was Mboro youth camp, there were so many activities, and even so on this was the finals, and I went there so that I could be present at the finals to give the prizes, and we handed the prizes and also recognized academic excellence. There were so many prizes, and people were so impressed. For example, the first prize, football, the best football team, went away with 3 million, and the second went away with about, I think, 1 million, 2 million, I cannot remember. Even the handball team, and both boys and girls, men and women, they had their own prizes. We also gave prizes, individual prizes, and I even went there with Song Bahana, who is my son, my adopted son. We went with him. This is the second time we are going to Bengui with him, but the third time we are going to Momo Division with him, and he also gave a prize for the best defendant, and Etofis also gave a prize for the best goal scorers or highest goal scorers, and it went so well. So well, there was no rain, there was sunshine until we almost came to the end, around 5 p.m. Then the rain fell. But by the time the rain was coming down, we finished everything. It was a wonderful day. People were happy. People were very happy, very happy. And the comments thereafter have been very wonderful, and I'm very positive.
Thank you so much. We are also told that you went to that place with some of the children from Ninji who are working in your department, and you took them there to tell them that if they had not gone to school, they would not be working here. And you encouraged them, Mr. Minister, that children should go to school, parents should send their children to school, and as you said earlier, should talk to the boys to leave the bushes and come back to the community. Now, we will want to say thank you so much. We have to conclude the program here in the studio, and we are going to go around the set. I took the microphone from you, promising to come back to you. Promise. Okay. So that was a promise given to promise, and I want to fulfill my promise.
It's one of the promises they are going to fulfill today. There's another one you're going to fulfill later on. So I was saying that you can give to your community without being loud about it, without making so much noise, without campaign.
We got that message.
Right?
We got that message.
And also to encourage
the way forward, yes.
To encourage all of us to, whether you're called elite or not, you should have the potential of giving back, because you could say, what did the village do for me, or what did the community do for me? Just because you hail from that community tells you that you should give back. You are out there, you might not be doing excellently well. Give something small, something symbolic, and let your words, let your gesture encourage a child. You might just take yourself for an example. I'm sure Danilo would tell the people he's giving books to, like, look at me. It's not like I have too much, but I'm giving back because I want you to have a future.
Yes, Danilo, what did you tell these people? How do they see you in the community? Do you have other people who are bigger than you in social standing, and are they doing the same? What do you tell these people when they see a young man like you come to give?
Well, I just went there with a message of peace and encouraging them to go back to school, telling them the importance of education in their lives.
At your level, you say, yes, that is what should happen now, especially in the Northwest, in the Southwest, as we yes, Bertrand, the way out.
Yes, the way out for me is elites have done it. People of goodwill have done. What we are praying for now is for the competent state services to see how they can beef up security as pupils and students resume classes tomorrow. We've seen what has happened in Fako Division over this weekend with killings here and there. We're praying that security should be beefed up so that children who are going to school will come back safe, and even the teachers will be protected, the school establishments will be protected, everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we hear there are messages of peace. They came from our special guest. Is coming from you, Bertrand. It came from Danilo. It's also coming from Promise. It's coming from everyone. That is what we wish for. And we want that everybody should be working towards us having peace and making sure that the story is different, especially this time around in the Northwest and Southwest region. Thank you so much, Promise Akante, corporate communicator.
So you intentionally left me as a lady on this side, and you guys sat the other way.
Thank you, Do Bertrand, managing editor of the Guardian Post newspaper. Thank you, Mr. Moya Danilo, who is an elite, young one from the Northwest region, and he has started actually making people feel that you must not be big to give back to your society. Our special thanks go to our special guests, Rosemba Archer from Indam, who is the minister delegate at the presidency in charge of the Supreme State Audit, who also is the permanent delegate to the division. She is a big elite, as she proved to us in this program. Thank you so much for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this program.